Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a video that I've wanted to do for a long time, but I wanted to allow the company that I'm going to be discussing enough time to get back to me to resolve the situation. This situation's been going on for over a year now, and I know that this company is advertised everywhere, and I don't want other people to fall into the trap of thinking because it's advertised everywhere it must be fine, because that's what happened to me and I should have done more research. The company that I'm talking about is smiledirectclub. I am going to try and keep all of the dates, everything that happened, as accurate as possible, which I am basing off emails and also Instagram web chats. Now I have my laptop here, I've also got notes, I am ready for this video. So if you are thinking about getting your aligners through smiledirectclub, then please just watch this video first. I also want to make a point in saying this is my personal experience and everything that I'm saying is alleged because I don't want to get sued. So I had decided that I wanted to get some sort of Invisalign brace. Obviously Invisalign, which I believe was one of the first of its kind, if not the first of its kind, would be what I would want to get. However, they are far more expensive, but there's a reason that they're more expensive. I just thought, because so many people were talking about SmileDirect, it was on the telly, it was all over YouTube, it was advertised constantly, it must have been a genuine company. And I did watch a few videos beforehand of people saying there was a couple of issues, but yeah, everything was fine. And I thought, right, okay, jumped head first and had a look at the website. What I would say is I looked at the website on the 2nd of July 2021, and I think I must have put my email in, and from that point onwards I received multiple emails a day asking me was I still interested and trying to get me to sign up for the braces. Maybe that should have been a little red flag, but as you know, companies do this all the time, that's why they want your emails. It wasn't until the 6th of August 2021 that I ordered the impressions kit. Now I did this during still COVID closure times, but normally how it works is you can either go into one of their smile centres, have your teeth digitally scanned so that they can get the image of your mouth and what they need to do and if they can help you, or you can get an impressions kit sent out to you. You do the impressions kit, I think you had to pay £30 for the kit, but then you did get your money back if you sent it back. I think that's how it worked. And they send you this impressions kit, you do 2 sets of each row with the impressions kit, send it back to them, and supposedly a dentist then looks at them and decides if they can help, and also if they can help, what the plan will be. So I did this, sent it back, and a couple of weeks later, I'll leave all the dates and everything on the screen, I received an email to say yes, they could help me and that my smile was ready to view. Now when they say it's ready to view, they basically mean that they have inputted your mouth's blueprint onto their system and you're able to look at that and then also see how they plan to move your teeth and what they should look like at the end. If I can, I'll leave exactly what I'm talking about on the screen here. It all looked great, all looked professional. They had the plan, how long it was going to take, and I thought, well, I think they said it would take about 8 or 9 months, which to me sounded pretty normal because, as I say, I had braces before, and my biggest issues were this tooth here that is coming forward, that always did come forward, and one that goes back, and then the top had only slightly moved. My top weren't really that much of an issue, it's more the bottom row. So this was all great, and then they sent me the payment options. So there was, as far as I'm aware, there was 3 payment options. One was to pay in full, one was to pay over 2 years, and one was to pay over 12 months. I didn't want to ironically pay in full in case anything went wrong, because it's a lot of money up front. I think it's about £1,500 or £1,600. So I opted for the 12-month plan. Everything went through fine, and I made my first payment on this date, and then this is where things started to go wrong, and it should have been a sign of what was to come. I received my confirmation of payment as soon as I paid, and a couple of days later I received a message asking me to make my payment, and I was confused. I got in touch with the web chat. Now the web chat I wouldn't even bother using. It is ridiculous. You either get lied to, ignored, hung up on, or it just isn't available. But I was naive back then, so I got into contact with the web chat. They explained to me that I hadn't paid and I needed to make a payment, and I said I have paid, sent them a screenshot of the payment plan showing my payment, and then they disconnected. This happened 3 times with 3 separate people. So then I was a bit worried, a bit concerned, and I contacted them on Instagram. So I'll just read you I'm just reading it from here. So I said, hi, I would just like to know why one of your colleagues over on the web chat keeps telling me that I haven't ordered my aligners yet and I need to go and order them and pay. And then when I try to explain to them that I've paid, they disconnect me. And again, I sent them the payment showing that I had made the payment. And this was on the 2nd of September. So I got a response. They asked me for some security details. And then they said, we apologise for the inconvenience. It seems that you've paid for them. However, the order hasn't been placed yet. We have notified the sales team to assist you. Please allow 24 to 48 hours to be contacted. What you're going to learn in this video is their timescales mean absolutely nothing. At least in my case, okay? So I said, okay, will they contact me via email or phone? And they said they should give you a call, but keep an eye out on your emails as well. So then I messaged them again after the time had passed and said, good afternoon, I still haven't heard anything and I'm getting very concerned that I've paid over £100 at this point and to you right now, and all I've been told is that the order hasn't gone through and my aligners are not currently being processed, which is going to delay my wait time, and no one's called or emailed me as I was told they would. So then they contacted me again and they said, hey, we would like to confirm it can take 24 to 48 hours to have our sales team contact you. I can see your case is still under review. Our sales team will be contacting you as soon as possible. Thanks for your patience. So then we jump all the way to November 4th. So this is a month later from my previous email. And I said, I am beyond annoyed now. I had issues initially with ordering my aligners. I have now paid for at least 3 months of payments because you had to make a deposit payment as well. So I'd effectively paid for 3 months of aligners before receiving anything. I have not received my aligners and I've been told several different reasons why, and also outright lied to 2 weeks ago when I was told that they were ready and just waiting for a courier, and then I was told after that that wasn't true the following week. I have spoken to far too many people on the live chat who can't tell me anything, and I keep being told it's being raised and to wait 72 hours for someone to get in touch. 72 hours comes and goes, nobody gets in touch, so I would like to know how to make a formal complaint, please. So at this point, I had been waiting for 2 months, effectively, from when I made my first payment to not receiving anything, still needing to pay each month because obviously I'm in an agreement, I can't just miss it, and was getting absolutely no information. Everything I was getting told was different. Nobody could really tell me what the issue was, how long it was going to take, where the aligners were, what the problem was, and every time I spoke to someone it was a different story. So they replied on the Instagram and said, we're very concerned to hear this and apologise for any inconvenience. Can you please confirm your email and date of birth for security? They then said, thank you for the information. First, we apologise for the delay. We can assure you that the previous rep did not lie and that your case has been escalated and expedited. Now, what he's referring to here, I spoke to somebody on live chat and it's asked them where my aligners were up to, because I'd been and spoke to multiple people who'd kept saying they'll be ready soon, they'll be sent soon, and he told me the aligners were ready. He could see on the system that they were ready and they were just waiting for a courier, and that they should come the following week. The following week came and went, they never came, never had an email. Contacted them again on a live chat to be told by somebody else the aligners were having issue in processing, so they weren't ready yet. So I don't know why the guy before had told me that they were waiting for the courier. And I am not somebody who complains or wants to get anybody in trouble. I've worked on the phones in multiple jobs, in customer service, I've worked in shops. I'm the last person to point the finger and try to cause issue. I will wait and wait, but I was paying every month and just giving money away as far as I could see, and it was stressing me out. So they said it had been expedited, and at this time we can assure you that we are working diligently to get the aligners to you ASAP, and it's been escalated to the farthest extent. Now, escalating, you'll soon find out. I just think it's like they don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know whether they've got real managers, whether everybody just plays the same job role. You'll realise as we go on why I'm saying this. But I asked if there was a reason. They said that they didn't know the reason, but could assure me it was getting dealt with. So again, time went past, they told me not to worry, and then on the 6th of November, I said, good afternoon, I've still not heard anything about my order. So then again, they said, thanks for reaching out, our sincerest apologies for the extended wait time. Upon checking our records, we can confirm that your situation is being handled at a higher level of support to ensure it's delivered as soon as possible after your case was escalated, blah, 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 blah. Then the 8th. Good afternoon, I still have not been contacted from any team that my case has supposedly been escalated to, and at this point I'm considering just asking for a refund and going somewhere else. Then I got we sincerely apologise for the time that's been taken. We can see that you are still waiting for an update. Be sure that as soon as we get an update, we will let you know immediately. So this is all before I've even received the aligners. So I really wish that I had have just cancelled at that point before I'd received them, because it would have really helped with the stress of everything else that I've had to deal with. So then the aligners turned up at some point in November. I started the process in August. I didn't receive the aligners until the November. Once the November aligners turned up, they came, it was in a box, everything looked nice, fine. And then I had an issue with some of the aligners fitting into my mouth. When I say an issue, they just didn't fit. So it did explain that it can be difficult sometimes when you're first putting them in. It can be quite tight. I think I managed to get the first set in, but the second set was not even close to my mouth. It was never going to fit in my mouth. So I contacted them again on a live chat, and they explained to me that sometimes this can happen. Don't worry, we've had a look at your pictures and your scan. We can see that there was an issue at some point in processing. We'll send you some new ones free of charge. Says okay. Again, I have to wait 4 to 5 weeks. During this time, I'm still paying, but can't wear the aligners, can't progress. But then we get to the new aligners arriving, and I think I managed to wear 4 or 5 sets. Maybe it could have been up to 9. Anyway, I managed to wear a certain amount of sets, fine, and then they just stopped fitting again. When I say stop fitting, I mean no chance of getting in my mouth. It was never going to work, and I was fed up at this point. I just couldn't be bothered. I was ill because I'd had an injury, and I requested a refund. Now, I waited about a week for a response in regards to the refund. That's where Brian is introduced. I had an email from a man called Brian who said that he was going to be my account manager and that he was going to resolve any issues that I had. I think at the time when he emailed me, I was in hospital, so I told him I was just out of the country and couldn't call him or take a call. So I would let him know when I was free, because I just didn't want to get into being in hospital. And about a week later, I think once I was home, he agreed to ring me. He rang me. Brian had said to me, what we can do is send you a new impressions kit out, get them sent back to the lab, we'll redo the retainers and send you some new ones. And I said, no, I just want this over with. I don't want to carry on anymore with the whole process. It's stressing me out. It's been too much and I'd rather just stop now. But he said I was not eligible for a refund at that moment. In the contract, it says that you have to do at least one resizing or repressing of your mouth, your moulds, in order to be eligible for a refund. And I had explained that I'd been sent other aligners in the past because my ones that I had didn't fit. He said that that didn't count because I hadn't redone the mould of my teeth, and that everybody has to do at least one resize before they're eligible for a refund. Otherwise I'd only be eligible for X amount of refund. So I said, right, okay, fine. I didn't really have a choice. I wasn't very happy about it. I explained I wasn't very happy. He offered to take £350 off the amount that was owing, and I just said, fine, do whatever. I was just fed up at this point. But I knew that if it was in the contract, unfortunately, there was nothing I could do. I would have to get these new aligners sent or redone. But bear in mind, in order for me to get the resize, I had to wait for the mould kit to be sent out again. Then I'd have to send the mould kit back. They would have to receive it, process it. Then I would have to send them pictures. Then they would have to start the process again of making my aligners, which I'd waited 3 months previously for, all while I'm still paying. So I was annoyed, to say the least. So I done that. I said, okay, whatever. Brian had reassured me that he was going to be with me through this whole journey now. I had him as my personal account manager, not to worry, anything I needed, just get in contact with him whenever I needed to. And I think I'd ended up having another email back and forth with him over needing to send photos. Waited. During this time, I was unable to obviously put any of the new aligners in. The aligner that I've been wearing for such a long time now at this point had already broken. My teeth had started moving, but what I'd noticed is they seem to have become worse. And I don't know if it's because it's halfway through treatment and that's why, but my teeth, if I show you photos, are significantly worse in certain areas and more noticeable, which I was really annoyed about. And I couldn't, they kept telling me to keep the same aligner on, which I couldn't because it was not meant to be worn for such a length of time, so it had broken. The previous one didn't go on anymore, and so I was going braces free. There was nothing I could do. Then the new aligners turned up after the wait for all of that to be sorted out, and lo and behold, they didn't fit. Not even close to fitting. I don't know if I mentioned as well the previous new aligners that got sent. I think I've actually been sent 3 sets of aligners, because the first set were the ones that some of them started to fit. The second set was to replace ones that they said were wrong because apparently they'd accidentally messed up and they were too far ahead or something. And then the third ones that I was sent were with the after the new impressions kit. So this was the 3rd set of aligners that I was actually sent. The second set were full of dust. Yeah, like powder, like they hadn't been cleaned properly. They were horrific, but didn't fit. And the 3rd and final, well really the 4th and final set, because the first set as well. So yeah, so just to clarify, I got the set that originally came, then I got a re-sent set, then I got a re-sent dusty set, then I had to do the impressions kit again, then they sent me the new set after the impressions kit. These, I think I've got a picture, I'll upload the picture. These came not even close to my mouth. Not even close. I emailed Brian the day they turned up and I said, okay, I've done it your way, I've waited, I've paid. These aligners don't even come close to fit in my mouth. They're not, there's no chance they're getting on my mouth. I want my refund now. I've done everything you've told me to do. I would like a refund. Days go by, no response. A week goes by, no response. Then I get back on Instagram because even though they don't give you any answers, they do answer quickly. They usually answer the same day, but they don't actually do anything, if that makes sense. So I emailed them and I said, this is on the 3rd of March this year. I am just really not happy with the service. I've had issues from day one, from the initial ordering taking a lot longer than it should have, being lied to about them being ready to ship, them being told that wasn't true. Then when they came, could only manage to fit up to number 9 in my mouth. Then when I spoke to the agent, she said, sorry, there's been an issue with processing of the aligners. We need to send you more. I just think for the amount I'm paying, the service is just not as expected at all. I don't think that the progress in my teeth are as expected either. Also, the new ones that you sent came today. The bottom ones still do not fit and they have a funny taste. Okay, so this must have been from the before the impressions kit, so that was in March. So that's when they asked me if I'd, on Instagram, if I'd be interested in an aligner touch-up, and I said no, I just would rather just have the refund. So then they said that Brian, the account manager, would contact me in 6 to 13 business days by email or phone call. I said thanks. Another thing that they'd say on the live chat is you would be really angry, not shouting at them, but you'd be really frustrated and they wouldn't be able to help you. They'd give you some answer that didn't really answer anything. And then right before the end, which I know because I've worked in retail before, they will have been told they have to do. So I'm not getting angry at them. But they would always finish with, is there anything else I can do to make you smile today? But you haven't helped me. Someone above, not the people that are being forced to say it, because I know that they're being forced to say it, but someone above needs to understand that not everybody wants you to say that to them when you're not helping them. So yeah, they sent me the dusty ones, then the dusty ones came, the dusty ones didn't fit, all that I've just gone through. And then we get to May, so that was in March, April, May. And I just forwarded an email that I would send to Brian, because Brian wasn't answering any of my messages, and it said, I will only be emailing one more time. I wish that was true. I would like a full refund given everything discussed in my last 5 emails, as well as all prior emails and phone calls. My teeth are actually in a worse position than when I started, as my tooth that sticks out is more pronounced than before, and none of the replacements you've sent me fit my mouth to fix it or to do the job I paid for. I agreed to do it your way, and I was told I could contact you when needed, but have yet to respond. You've yet to respond to me since the new aligners I took the molds for and waited so long for arrived and don't fit. So I would like a response and full refund as soon as possible, or I will be taking this further. Thanks. Then they came back and said, thanks for reaching out. The account manager's been notified and he will gladly follow up with you by the end of next week. Then I said that I was going to put the complaints onto Trading Standards and the Ombudsman again. Please, we're really sorry about your long wait. The Smile Direct underwent some changes recently, but rest assured we are working as quickly as possible to respond to club members and make sure they're supported. So I said, when will the call be coming? I'm really running out of patience now. And this was on the 16th of May. Hi Molly, we're sorry for the delay. Our account manager's been notified, but they contact our club member via email, not phone call. This will be escalated. You just need to wait 3 to 5 business days. I've already waited and then waited and then waited. So then I said again, a week later, I still haven't heard anything. This was 10 days later. I still haven't heard anything. Then they said, hi Molly, we totally understand how frustrating this is. Please note that our response times may be a little slower than usual. We're working as quickly as possible to assist you. We will follow up as soon as we can. Thanks for your patience. Then at some point I received an email from Brian that basically was quite rude and stated that if I still wasn't happy with the desired outcome of my aligners, which obviously I hadn't had the desired I hadn't even had the desired experience. I hadn't had all the aligners. This is the bit that gets me. They word it in a certain way. So he says it has to be sent off. So I needed to send photographs of my teeth. Now they will look at the photographs before. They will decide how improved my teeth are so that they can deduct a set amount from what I've paid. So I want a full refund, but what they are effectively saying is, say you had aligners 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fit for example, and your teeth are at the point of 6, they're only going to pay you any amount that you paid after that. But no, because that's not how it works, because I have paid to get the desired result, not to get halfway through and then be left with even more crooked teeth. I can understand what they're trying to do. I understand exactly why they're wording it that way, but it is wrong, and I will keep fighting this. I'm going to be speaking to Trading Standards, speaking to the Ombudsman. I have looked at the amount of complaints that this place receives. It wouldn't surprise me if that is the reason why they're taking so long to get back, because they're either really busy or possibly they're falling apart from the inside out. Because I could go on for so long. The customer service is non-existent. The response times are made up. The deadlines that they give are made up. I am still waiting now. So I sent the reply to Brian. I'll leave the date on the screen. So I sent Brian the response with the pictures and everything, and was told that it would be 5 to 10 working days. I still haven't heard anything. I have messaged the Instagram account continually. They keep telling me they're really sorry, someone will get back to me, really sorry, someone will get back to me, all while holding the money that I've paid for the desired effect. My teeth are in a worse state. I wish that on that day when I had asked for the refund, before I'd received them, I'd have just stuck to my guns. I wanted to make this video because I know that I kind of went into the process with blurred vision. I knew that there was some problems. I knew it sounded too good to be true, but I wanted it to be true because I really wanted to get my teeth fixed. I was uncomfortable with them. That's what I could afford. It was everywhere, so it seemed like the perfect fit. I've spoken to Smile Direct on the phone. The people on the phone can't help. They will just say that they need to get a account manager to speak to you. I'm not even sure at this point if Brian's a real person or if he's just the name that they use. You can't speak to anyone. If you can get through on the chat, they will just refer it to the account managers. Instagram, they just refer it to the account managers. The phone, they refer it to the account managers. I've only ever got an account manager, Brian, on the phone once, and I've also been told at times that they don't take phone calls, they only talk via email, and then on other times I was told they don't talk by email, they'll only talk by phone. And then there was another situation where they said that the inbox hadn't been getting monitored for the past few weeks, and then another incident where I was told that my case had been closed once I accepted the new moulds, which was not what was said to me in the email of Brian, who said he was going to be with me the whole way through. My advice to anybody who is thinking of getting braces through Smile Direct Club is don't. Obviously everything that I am discussing in this video has only happened to me. I am still awaiting a refund. I am putting this out there because I know that allegedly sometimes once people receive a refund they have to sign a non-disclosure, and I wanted to put my honest and full review out before that happens. And I just feel, especially because a lot of people on Instagram that follow me, they knew I was getting these braces, and I would hate for somebody to get them on the back of me getting them like I did because of other people. I'm not saying that people who have used them and enjoyed them have been lying. Everybody's experience is different, but I do say if you are considering it, please look on places like Reddit and YouTube and look at all of the reviews, not just the ones they want you to see, before making that decision, because this for me has been a nightmare, especially in a time where money for so many of us is so tight. Losing that amount of money and then having to try and fight for it back, and to not get any responses back is the most frustrating thing. I will keep you informed on whether I do get a response or a refund. As of today, which is the 10th of June, I haven't had a refund and I haven't had a reply. I message the Instagram account every couple of days, they tell me the same thing. So we will see I will keep you updated. If you've had any experiences with Smile Direct Club, please comment down below. Let people know what your experience was, whether it was good or bad. Everybody deserves to be able to speak up about their experience. Please do like and subscribe. The more you like this video and comment on the video, the more it'll get out there to other people that might be considering getting the aligners that we could potentially help prevent from going through this. And please do subscribe. I would love for you to join this channel. Any questions you have, stick them down below or contact me over on my Instagram and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But for now, wherever that you are, I hope you have a lovely morning, day or night, and I will see you again next time. Bye.